I was just wondering how you thought about and decided whether or not you were going to try to drive again. And then even if you're not driving, how was like the emotional experience of just being in a car again after that?
Yeah. So I didn't get to drive for quite some time, just because my legs were in such bad shape that I couldn't press on the brake or the gas safely. Initially, when I was riding, I had tons of doctor's appointments, but at that point, I was on Oxycontin and Percocet at the same time to try to get my pain controlled. And my legs had to be elevated at all times. So I actually sat in the back of the vehicle and just slept each time that I came to St. Louis and back. The first time that I truly remember riding in the front seat was at night. It was the first time that I had gone anywhere at night. It was also the first time I had a flashback. I didn't even know that I was having it at the time, but there were headlights coming towards us, and before I knew it, I was thinking that they were the headlights of the truck coming, and they were just as big as the moon, is what it felt like. And when they got to our vehicle, I jerked to the right, which is apparently what I did during the car crash because my face was burnt just from the left side over. That was a perfect line. So that was my first experience with a flashback. We decided to wait a few weeks and during the day to go ahead and drive past the scene where the crash happened. Again, I'm very calm on the outside. I was stripping my jacket off the closer that we got to the scene. I was sweating. Inside, my heart was going crazy, but I was just like this in the car. So my husband thought everything was okay, except for the death grip I had on his hand. I am a person who this is such a play on words. Okay, so I just wrote a book. It's called Facing Life Head On. I am the type of person, because I was just going to say that, I like to face my challenges head on, because for me, the anxiety of having that on my shoulders and not working through it is worse than just putting my head down and working through it. So that's how I tackled being able to ride in a car. And then having 4 kids and having them be involved in everything, like driving became more of a necessity than, hey, let's go ahead and have you start driving, like luxury. So it was, I needed to get the kids to and from ball practice. And so my surgeon allowed me to drive to town and back, which was 7 minutes. What I had to do prior to that, we live in a rural area, so I was able to go out on a gravel road and see how my leg did pushing the gas. And then he told me I had to slam on the brakes because even though I had not lost my license, legally I could still drive, I needed to be able to stop my vehicle safely in case there was an emergency. So we did that a few times just to make sure that I was able to do that. Still to this point, I haven't gotten hand controls yet, but I use cruise at every possible moment because even though you would think with my ankle being fused, being in that position would be very easy, but it's not. It wears out so fast, and sometimes I even switch legs to drive. But it was a gradual process to get my brain and my emotions to say, hey, you made it through, driving during the day, past the car crash, you made it through driving at night, you can continue to do this. And it was just repetition.